G'day, AJ.
G'day, Mo. Happy long weekend.
Happy long weekend. It is in Australia right now, the Australia Day long weekend. Bit contentious. We'll get into that in a moment. But here we are recording this on our long weekend, or as they would say in the UK, a bank holiday. That's what they call a public holiday. Here we are, and I better say it before Sideline Sally thwacks me one across the face.
Insert sound effect here.
Right? Welcome to another episode of Songs on the Couch.
Sitting down, we're talking out, breaking it down, songs on the couch. Music and minds, we'll figure it out, laughing and learning what it's all about. On the couch.
Songs on the couch.
That's us. Here we are, and ready and raring for another episode. Tell us, AJ, what are we bringing on over to the couch today?
Oh, well, we are bringing over, we just recently had our Hottest 100, Triple J's Hottest 100, which we'll talk about as well.
Yeah, it's a musical countdown, and this happened to be what?
Number one, voted by the listeners. It's a countdown that's voted by the listeners, so you as a listener gets to have a say at who gets to be number one.
Yeah.
And number one was Olivia Dean, Man I Need.
Oh, so that's over on the couch today. All right, we're gonna psychoanalyze Olivia Dean and the man that she needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Great. Look, I do. This is a bit of a bop. I like this song. It is my. Look, I think the good people of Songs on the Couch have come to know me a little bit by now.
What our different styles of music are like.
Our different styles of music. And I don't mind a poppy bop. I don't mind a pop song. I like a pop song. So this is catchy. I've caught myself singing this one in the shower once or twice. I've found myself exposed to it because we've talked about this before. Do a lot of people listen to commercial radio anymore? I mean, I've got an ancient car, right? I'm still rocking around in a 2009 Hyundai i30 that has a.
Hold on. Do you still have a CD player?
Yeah, it still has a CD player.
See, I wish that modern cars still gave you CD player options.
Yeah, no, you've just got
you
Spotify.
don't get that option anymore.
Spotify.
Yeah. I would kill to get out my, like the CD, the folders that you used to have with all the CDs.
Yes.
Oh man,
that wasn't too long
I
ago.
miss those days.
That was still 2006.
Yeah.
We were still rocking the big CD wallet.
I'm always tempted to buy a Discman and just plug it into the auxiliary and then have like a CD player in the car.
Or you could just use Spotify. I mean, that is an option, you old man.
I actually don't have Spotify, so
what?
I boycotted Spotify. Yeah, I'm on the YouTube Music, so I'm still paying for a music subscription.
Okay.
I've just boycotted Spotify.
Yeah.
Well,
I think let's go back to commercial radio. I
sure.
do. Is that okay? Well, I was asking.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's not actually.
Well,
it's not commercial radio that this Triple J Hottest 100 countdown is. It's actually through our public broadcaster in Australia, which is the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, the ABC, or Auntie, as it is colloquially known in Australia. We call the ABC Auntie, and it is the youth radio station of Australia. But yes, getting back to listening to the radio, fortunately, my husband bought me one of those like Android Auto Bluetooth things that you can can tune it through the radio, right?
Through the FM.
Through the FM.
You have to find like a station that has static.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. But sometimes the phone doesn't speak to the Android Auto unit. So sometimes I'm
course.
driving in silence. So I'm just punching on like the commercial radio or Triple J occasionally because there's a lot of ads on commercial radios.
is.
So
They play like 3 songs and then it's like ads, the news, the weather, the sport, and then 3 songs again. It's like
that's right. 3 songs an hour model is what it
Yeah.
is. The 3 song an hour model. So, but anyway, the Triple J Hottest 100, which this song was number 1 of the 100 best songs of 2025 countdown, which is an Australia Day tradition. So, you know,
well, it was Australia Day tradition.
it was an Australia Day tradition, yes. So, tell us a little bit more about the Hottest 100 and what happened with the tradition. Do we know a little bit about that?
I know a little bit. I think because Australia Day is such a controversial day, they relate Australia Day to when I guess Australia was colonised by the British.
Yeah, it was the day that the first fleet landed on Australian soil, and did they land? I don't know if they did this all on the one day, maybe, but they raised the Union Jack, you know, the flag of Great Britain on Australian soil, by Arthur Phillip at Sydney Cove, which is a small bay on the southern shore of Sydney Harbour. So, but essentially, historically, it's controversial because that marks the day where Australia's Indigenous people were colonised, and you know, that's
Or went downhill from there.
pretty much. It's you know, it's actually part of Australia's shame. So a lot of the generations most recently have stood up and said, we don't want to celebrate the day where our Indigenous culture was
Taken over.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, and there was, you know, just so much. Look, it's a big topic, and I can't even think of the words.
It's a huge topic. Lost generations.
Stolen
like,
generations.
Stolen generations.
Yeah, it's just the colonisation. It's just where white people came in and they took over, and they just thought that they knew best, and they oppressed, you know, the Indigenous culture, and you know
They almost made them extinct.
they almost made Indigenous people extinct, and you know, they are the oldest civilization on Earth, and that it's just a travesty. So, rightly so, our most recent generations have said, no more. We don't want to celebrate that happening. We don't want to celebrate the colonisation of Australia and what that meant for our Indigenous people. We don't want to do that anymore. So lots of people don't celebrate, and traditionally, the Hottest 100 was on this day, right?
That's right. Traditionally, you had the day off where you would go out, you know, if it's a nice day, it's especially in the summer here in Australia.
It's traditionally a nice summer day, isn't it?
Yeah, traditionally.
Australia Day, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So what do? You go out and you go have some drinks with your friends, as well as vote on the hottest, you know, songs of the last year.
Or you listen to what's been voted to as...
Oh, that too.
Yeah, listen.
Because they've already voted.
Yeah, they've
You already
voted, they've closed the votes.
They don't vote on that day. No, that's
Yeah.
right. You see, I've never voted for the hottest 100.
That's
So-
because your musical taste is stuck in 1978.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. Not just 1978, but pretty much from 1960 to... We'll say the 2000s. 2010s, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I'm not that broad. I'm not that narrow-minded with my music, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, traditionally, yeah, you would listen to the Hottest 100 while hanging out with all your friends on Australia Day.
And having a
so-
barbecue.
while put another shrimp on the barbie, and while you're celebrating the day
Having
of
a
Australia Day.
Right. Having a few
Yeah.
beers. I expect it's a lot like the 4th of July.
I would say so.
Independence Day. I expect
Independence
it's that.
Day,
That would
yeah.
be sort of the equivalent.
Yeah.
But Triple J took a stand, didn't they?
They said, all right, we'll change the day. So they now make it on a Saturday before, so the 24th. is when they do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's still a weekend and you're still out and it's probably still beautiful weather and they're just going, oh, well, it doesn't matter if we change the day. Like that's
Yeah. So they do it
totally
on this year it was the 24th, but they do it
24th.
on the Saturday, before the
long weekend.
The long weekend.
Well, the Saturday of the long weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, this little cracking tune came in at number 1, voted by the people of the listeners of Triple J.
2.3 million votes it got.
2.3 million votes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's popular, our little Olivia Dean, isn't she?
She is.
Well, she's not Australian. I can't.
I was going to say
ours.
she's not ours because she's from Britain.
She's British.
So
yes,
she's British, which is quite funny because you think the hottest one like traditionally. Well, no, not traditionally. Even though it's Triple J and it's local art, like Triple J really supports local artists. There's only like maybe 50% of local artists that are ever in the hottest 100. It did have a decline throughout the 2010s where it got like under 50%. But in the last, the last year or so, it's crept back up over 50% of the people or the artists that have voted are more than 50%. I think this last year for this year they had like 53 Australian artists in the hottest 100.
Look, Triple J has always been a champion of independent Australian music as the youth broadcaster of our nation, which, it does include a mix of Australian and overseas artists. But yes, they hot on their playlists are pushing and promoting young, independent Aussie artists.
Trying to, at least.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so that's a lot of votes for Olivia.
Yeah, she did well.
She's new on the scene. Like, I think we've really only been hearing from Olivia Dean in Australia maybe for less than 12 months. What's her story?
Yeah.
What's Olivia Dean's interesting tidbits?
Well, not apparently, because it's true. So she released "Man I Need" on the 15th of August mid last year, which is actually her third single from her second album, "The Art of Loving."
She's been around. "The Art of Loving." Ooh.
"The Art of Loving." Yeah.
Because by this song, but just judging from this song, she has nailed "The Art of Loving." I'll get into that later. But that's a cracking name. Okay, for an album.
It's a good album. I don't think because like a lot of album names are quite throughout the years they repeat. Like you hear a lot of albums like, hold on, I'm sure another band's got an album name exactly like that, but I can't think of any
about "The Art of Loving."
Art of Loving.
Yeah.
No.
Or oftentimes album names are cryptic.
They are cryptic.
They don't quite mean anything to the layperson, but they mean a lot, to the writer. They're metaphorical.
Generally, most bands, if they do the album, like the name of the album, it's like their like lead single or a track from the album itself.
That
like,
happens too.
This song, we'll just put it as the album name.
That happens too. Yes. Yeah. Right. So this is her second album. This is her second foray. Oh, what do they call it? The sophomore album. The second album is always often the breakthrough album and then the sophomore album.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but this seems to be her breakthrough in Australia at least.
Very popular. Us Aussies, we love Olivia Dean. She's very popular here, and in New Zealand, she's the New Zealanders, our friends across the
pond.
The pond,
or the ditch. Are they across the ditch or the pond? What are we?
Either really.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah. So she's top charts. This song has top charts in Australia, Belgium, so she's Iceland, Ireland, and New Zealand. Like we're the ones that love those four countries. Are
Olivia
the ones that love her.
Dean, right? So she's transcontinental.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go Olivia.
Although it is her first. Like, "Man I Need" did become Olivia Dean's first UK #1 single and her first major US chart entry, peaking at number 4 in the Billboard's Hottest 100. But it stayed for multiple weeks on the #1 on the ARIA chart. So that's like you can call it, I think our Billboard charts is our ARIA charts, reflecting strong crossover popularity.
Yeah. You know, the ironic thing is, though, you don't love it, do you?
Oh, look. It's not that I don't love it. It's
Yeah.
and look,
Tell me, AJ.
and look, I get it. Originality is so hard these days to be original. Like you can't be original anymore. There's no such thing. You have to always draw inspiration or,
Yeah.
not steal, but like borrow or like sound like. So
Yeah.
as soon as I played this song,
I
within
know.
the
I was
first-
with you.
like within the first 5 seconds of the song, I was
like-
like, nah, this is a rip off of another
Yeah, you
song.
were like, this sounds like something else. This sounds
Yeah.
like, I can't quite picture it. I can't quite
Yeah.
picture it. Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
And then I was like going through like, because it's a very 80s-esque pop song.
It really is. It's got that very 80s-esque,
Feel to
it's
it.
got a feel to it. It's, because it's got the horns in it and it's got some synth and it's got,
Yeah.
that's very 80s. But yes, you were just like, oh, this sounds like something else. It's on
So I
the
had to
tip.
like quickly get online and like which song is it, like, and then
And you hummed a few bars.
yeah. I'm like, oh no, wait, that's Chucky's in Love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Ricky Lee Jones.
and then I put it on and I was like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah. Similar.
like-
Similar.
it is. It's not a complete rip off. Like, we're
No,
not
it's
saying
not.
she's ripped her off.
It's not.
but
It's got the
it draws
same vibe.
heavy- It's very similar chord structures. So it, like, the reason that I picked it up straight away is because it's not a complete rip off, but it's close enough to go, oh, I know where this song draws inspiration from.
Right. And it's Chucky's in Love by Ricky Lee
Lee Jones.
Jones, right? Which was released in what? When was that? That was 82?
Yeah.
Was
something
that?
like that.
Was it? No, 1979 actually.
Oh, there you go. So right in the punk era, which is quite funny.
Isn't it?
Well, no, punk's 77, so not quite. No,
Yeah.
79 was actually like disco era.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the pop disco. I thought it was more like 80s.
No, 90s.
sure.
Well, I mean, maybe it reached Australian shores in the 80s because that's what used to happen, didn't it? Is that songs were released overseas and they wouldn't reach Australia until like 1 or 2 years later.
Yeah.
So, but very similar, it says that this is a folk genre, but I think it's kind of like sort of that soft soul, that, what would you call it? That blue-eyed soul sort of thing.
Well, it is. It's kind of like that. Soft and intimate, warm and soulful, bold.
Poppy.
Kind
Got a
of
bit
poppy.
of pop in it, yeah.
Bit of jazz. Like it is a bit of a jazz. Like Chucky's in Love. It's because of the saxophone. It's got that jazz feel to it as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
which is quite funny because she doesn't there's nowhere to say like it's a like Ricky Lee Jones is like a inspiration of hers or anything, but
Yeah.
she is a pop, soul, R&B and jazz influence. Like they're her heavy influences in her music, and she's classically trained as a singer, as a classical singer, not necessarily as a pop singer. So I can see where she would go, oh, this is kind of like up my alley. Like,
Yeah, in her
Or-
wheelhouse.
it could be unintentional. Like,
Yeah.
you know how many times, Mo, when I'm playing guitar and I'm playing riffs, and then all of a sudden I'm playing like another band song, I'm like, oh, God damn it. Scrap that idea. It just unintentionally comes. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even realize. And when it comes to music, I'm going off a bit of a tangent.
So go ahead.
When it comes to music, there's so much music out there. Your brain can't handle all that music at once. So, you're always going to unintentionally create someone else, like music that's similar to someone else's, until someone like, a listener goes, oh, hold on, that sounds like that person or that artist. You might, as you write it, you might not go, oh no, this is going to sound like Chucky's in Love by Ricky Lee Jones, or it even sounded a little bit. I can't think of any other songs, but that's probably what it sounds like. But
Yeah, look, there are no original ideas, right? Like that's
It's not. Yeah.
this is, you know, we just have to face it. It's yeah, and as information has been able to spread so easily throughout the world, you know, we're all unconsciously internalizing bits and pieces of information, music included. And
that's
it
it.
gets it gets in our psyche, becomes part of the collective conscious, and we regenerate it, you know?
Well, that's exactly. And the generation of the time probably doesn't listen to music of the 80s to put that connection. And it's probably like, you know, think of like, we'll go back to Billy Joel when he brought out the Nylon Curtain. That was a tribute album of like the 50s Motown stuff.
Right.
But people were like, oh, no, he's ripping those artists. Well, no, he's just influenced by them.
Yeah.
You're only just realizing that now because he's showing you that.
Yeah.
So your brain can't go, oh, I've got all this music knowledge in my head. I have to go, oh, this music sounds like this, and they're drawing inspiration.
Yeah.
Like half the time, you don't even notice that someone's
I know.
unintentionally ripping off someone else. Like you just go,
Yeah.
oh, this is just a really good song.
Right. And because, you know, people have unconsciously internalized songs that they like, and, you know, they draw influence from it, and it just automatically
And you don't know what you
comes
don't
out.
know.
You don't
as well.
know what you don't know, and you don't know what you've unconsciously internalized because it's unconscious. It's out of your conscious awareness.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Olivia seems like a real nice gal, right? Like I saw a little bit of an interview with her. I think I saw it on YouTube Shorts or something. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
I think she was on the Graham Norton show, and she was talking about Elton John had called to congratulate her about her success.
That's
This
cool.
is what I love about Elton John.
Yeah, he's so. If it's one artist that's so on top of today's music,
Yeah.
and that supports it and promotes it, because let's admit it,
Yeah.
there's a lot of old musicians that are stuck in their generation, and they think anything past that they've created is absolute garbage.
Yep.
I won't name any artists, but Tom
yeah.
Petty was one of them.
Well, is his estate going to come after us? Are we going to get sued?
Well, no, because there's so much footage of him, like blatantly, like as a grumpy old man, like
Okay,
blatantly, like saying
fair.
like, this music's like, today's music is absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Where Elton's like, he embraces it, he loves it.
Yeah,
and
he
good on-
loves it. And
that's
he's
great.
always like behind young artists. He's always so
Yeah.
supportive of these young artists. So, yeah. So for
And surprisingly, he plays on a lot of them, and you wouldn't even know.
see. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
and he may, I'm sure he offers advice and tidbits and, you know,
Yeah.
bits of.
But not just pop, like all artists, like Queens of the Stone Age. He played on like a Queen of the Stone Age song for them. Like
Did he?
he loves all music. Yeah, I love Elton John, and for that fact that
I love
I
Elton
might be a
John
grumpy
too.
old person that's stuck in my way, but
Yeah.
that's so great.
I love
to
Elton
hear.
John too. You know, I'm not like a massive fan of his music, but he just seems like a nice human being.
He is.
You know, I'm a big fan of Taylor Swift too. Not a huge fan of her music. Don't go out. I haven't, you know, like listened to her albums, you know,
religiously or anything.
religiously on Spotify, but she's a really good human being. It's
Hmm.
just really lovely to see artists support other artists. I know that,
Yeah.
you know, Elton and Taylor aren't the only ones that do that, but yes, so Olivia was talking on the Graham Norton show about how, you know, she was camping. She was out camping in the wilderness somewhere. I don't know where she was, and she got word from her people that Elton John was going to call and congratulate her. And
That's so cool.
so she's like, yeah, okay. And then he called on a FaceTime, and she's in the middle of nowhere looking rough.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I can't take the call. But then he called back, and he congratulated her.
Just let me put my makeup on. Just let me fix myself, please.
I think Sir Elton will take you anywhere you present. He's a nice dude. So yes,
Yeah.
she was talking about how he had taken her by surprise while she was camping in the wilderness and looking quite a fright, but she took
Yeah.
the call anyway.
Because
Yeah.
any artist, like new artist, they probably go, "Come on, you're pulling my leg. Elton John's not calling me. You're playing a hoax. Like
Right.
you're pranking me."
It's got to be like
next
winning the
minute-
lotto.
Pretty much. But I think and she's very similar to Elton in the fact that like, and what's made her popular as well is her fashion sense. Because when she's on stage, she dresses. It's not yet. She doesn't dress traditionally. In that
Yes,
sense.
she's
It's like
glam.
costumes
Yeah,
and
a bit of
you know,
glam.
yeah. Well, I think
Yes.
Elton's probably like, yes,
Yeah.
darling, that's right up my alley.
Right? Just put a bit of sequins on it, and
Yeah.
sequins will glam anything up.
Sequence. Hey, look, if Elton John can pull off playing live in a Donald Duck costume, man, anyone can.
Yeah, you've all got to lift your game, is what
Anyone,
you're saying.
100%.
You've all got to get
100%.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. God love him. Yes. So that was. It must have been so nice for her to hear that. It sounds like she's been around for a few years, and now I wonder what her reaction is to being the Triple J Hottest 100 winner for 2025. Watch this space. I don't know. You might.
Yeah,
be
I
able-
wonder if anyone.
I wonder if she tweeted. Yeah, I wonder if anyone rang her. I wonder what her reaction is. I don't know. You better get on the Googles about that one.
Yeah.
See what happened. See see how she went.
Yeah,
I'm sure she would have taken it so graciously.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I
I
mean,
would, look, and from what she sounds like, she wouldn't be like, oh, what's that? Like, oh,
yeah,
okay, just
Australia.
whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, we're her number one listeners, so she better be nice. Better be nice. 2.1 million people voted number one for her. So
Wow.
You know?
Isn't it funny how like Australia has been a launch pad for some really big artists like ABBA? They were huge here.
yeah, ABBA like. Yeah, it's funny how certain acts aren't as big in their own country, but like massive in. I'll give you another example.
Tell me.
So Rick Springfield, we all know Jesse's girl. Rick
Jesse's
Springfield.
girl. Yes.
He's an Aussie, right? Never made it big in Australia. You know who loves Rick Springfield?
Who?
The Japanese. Japan, they love Rick
love
Springfield.
Rick Springfield.
He's massive over there. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just because I went to Japan a couple of years ago, and I'm going off track, and we went to this little underground dive bar, and when the guy said, like, he knew we finally figured out we were from Australia and not like Americans.
Yeah.
He's like, you know Rick Springfield? I love Rick Springfield. And we're like, oh my God, man. He's like, we only know Jesse's girl. And then he started like pulling up like all these like, he's had so many film clips and like playing all his music. Like, he's the greatest. And we're like, oh, okay. Well, he never made a big hit,
That's
but obviously.
incredible. In
so
Japan, they love him. There you go.
They loved him.
There you go.
So Olivia reacted with surprise, gratitude, and excitement on the live coverage.
Of course she did.
She described the achievement as kind of crazy and expressed gratitude and disbelief that the song has had such a wide resonance, saying it has changed her life.
Oh, well, you know what? I've got to tell you, Olivia, I think it's changed a lot of other people's lives, you presenting this song to the world, because it's really meaningful. And should I get into it?
Let's get into it.
Can I get into a bit of what I perceive?
What it's all about?
Yeah, what I
Yeah.
perceive the meaning of. And I think this is why, if we're going to talk about, the collective unconscious, and we're going to talk about, why people might resonate with this. People might, this might create a feeling inside of people like hey, I kind of get this. I get what she's talking about. She's, the big psychological theme is that this is tell me. What?
Oh no, I was going to say, and then the fact that even though it sounds like the musically it sounds like Chucky in Love, it's the complete opposite lyrics of what Chucky in Love is all about.
Is the complete opposite. The big, the irony is beautiful. The irony is beautiful.
It's funny how like 1979 and 2026, 2025, because we're now in the new year, is like changed so much in regards to relationships and what it should be like and what people are after and
love, just like the title of her album. What was the title again? You'll have to remind me. Something about love.
It was
you'll have
The Art of Love.
The
The Art of Love.
of Love.
Yeah.
Right. So Olivia has nailed The Art of Love, right? This song is about secure attachment. It's about, I'm not going to tolerate the chaos anymore. I'm actually looking for someone who is securely attached. Whereas if you look ironically at Chucky's In Love, I mean, I pulled up the lyrics before. It's all about like, how come he's not down at the meter no more? How come he turns off the TV and he hangs that sign on the door and we call and how come? How could you, what could make a boy behave this way?
Yeah.
Basically, Chucky.
What have I done wrong?
What have I done wrong? Ricky Lee Jones is saying, what have I done wrong? Whereas Olivia is saying, I've done nothing wrong, mate. I'm okay with me. I feel very secure in me. And if you can't show up for me, then that's not a me problem. That's it. That's a you problem. And I don't know that I need to tolerate it. So the big...
No BS here. I don't want any BS here.
Here, there's no BS.
No BS.
Right?
Yeah.
So...
Leave your BS at the door.
Leave your BS at the door. This song is about secure attachment. This is about a secure woman saying, I know my worth. I don't need you to fix me. I don't need you to save me. I just need someone who is emotionally competent and kind, and if you can't be, then you need to exit stage left because I'm not here for it. Whereas poor old Ricky Lee Jones, she's like, what have I done wrong? Why?
Yeah.
Well, you know, why
is he ghosting
Why is he
me?
ghosting me? Why? So clearly Ricky Lee had not done a lot of therapy at that point to really unpack what was going on for her. But it's...
But I also think it's we look at the eras as well.
Yes.
That's what it was like. But those times, and probably...
Yeah, we didn't understand
even up
each
until
other.
But even up until like, I wouldn't say like 2000s, 2010s, it was still very, what's the word I want to use here? Not like male orientated, but like it was very much
it
like...
was patriarchal. Women were chasing men.
Yeah.
And men were treating women badly. Still are.
Well, yes, but it's...
You know, and...
But not, yeah, but this was more, but yes, of course, but... Now in like media, like, you know, what we see in television, movies, TVs, magazines, it's had a shift.
It has. Seeking secure love is the norm rather than tolerating insecure love.
It's going, I'll just put up with it.
Yeah.
You'll do.
Right.
it's like,
but we are, you know, seeking mature love, seeking secure.
I've been with you for 30 years. I might as well put up with you for another 30 years.
Right. Whereas Olivia Dean is cutting that off at the pass. She is saying, no, ma'am, if you are not secure coming into this, then I don't want a bar of it. So this song is really written by someone, you know, who has generationally grown up with the expectation of secure love, that I don't have to tolerate anything less, and I'm secure enough in myself. It's written by someone who's been to therapy maybe to unpack that and really identify what her boundaries are. She's probably dated at least one emotionally unavailable man who has been very avoidant in his attachment.
Who hasn't? Well, not a man, but just someone who's emotionally unavailable. Who hasn't?
Yeah. And she's now developed, you know, good emotional boundaries. I think it's a song that...
Well, I'm going to chuck an interesting tidbit here.
Could you please?
Because I could. So... The song actually came about from a conversation she had with a male friend. Like she wasn't in a relationship, but it was just more of a conversation that she was having with a friend of hers. That out of that conversation, she went, "Oh, actually, hold on. There's a song in this conversation."
Right. Okay. So they were probably talking about being run around, given the runaround, being messed around.
Yeah.
You know, people being avoidant and unavailable and not willing to commit. And and she's like, okay, I'm going to write about demanding that someone be the man that I need. So
Yeah.
psychologically, that suggests that she's got really good ego integration. Like she knows herself. She's got a solid sense of self.
She was actually being brutally honest with a friend. So I think she was giving she was the wise one, telling the friend, saying, you need to, what's going on?
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
sounding
working.
non-committal. You're
Yeah.
sounding like you're
Yeah.
actually hurting this girl's feelings.
Yeah, or vice versa. It could have been a female. It doesn't actually say
Yes.
if she was a male or female, but
Right. Okay.
could have been. It could have been the other way around. Yeah, it could be
Yes.
like, you can do better. You don't have to put up with this shit.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is Olivia Dean identifying in someone else that they don't really have a coherent sense of self, and that they are confusing, intensity and, passion with intimacy. Like true emotional intimacy is not messy. It's not chaotic. It doesn't have to hurt.
No.
So, it's this is an anti-situationship anthem. She's like,
Well, I kind of feel like she was giving therapy to a friend and then realized, hold on, my therapy can be turned into a song.
yes,
So I'm
she
pretty much
was.
going to make a therapy song for everyone else.
She's like, there is a wider message here that I need to get out to the people. Yeah, that's exactly. She need to be schooling everybody on the art of love.
Maybe as a therapist, you need to start putting your stuff into lyrics, and you might become,
Right, yeah.
number one on Triple J's Hottest 100 of 2027.
Potentially, I should. I've really just got to, break out the guitar and
That's it.
clean out the pipes.
Well, I can do
and
the guitar
you
for
can
you.
do the
Hey, I want
guitar.
50% of this cut.
Fair
I come
enough.
up with the idea.
Yeah, it's
I
your
want 50%.
idea. Yeah. Well, listen, art.
Just don't break any code of conducts or any rules or anything like that.
No. I'm very much in alignment with my ethical standards, so I'll be right there.
That's it.
But yeah, listen, love. We've said it a million times on the podcast already. Love is pain, and that is where the best art comes from. Is pain, usually relational pain, right? We tell stories about people, but there's always a relational element, even in those stories about people's songs. There's always some kind of relational problem or difficulty or success that we write about in music. So
Oh, that's right. And that dates back from like the very first pop music of like the 1950s. Mm-hmm. Like, or the Beatles, and I guess the real mainstream with the Beatles, they wrote about breakups and all types of scenarios.
And even
about pain.
Yeah, about pain. And also sweet stuff like I want to hold your hand.
Hey, of course.
Which is relational also, right? It's intimacy.
One of their biggest songs, if I fell in love with you, would you promise to be true and help me understand? Like, come on, like, oh my God. Like,
Exactly. This is the search for secure love.
yeah.
Would you promise to be true? Would you help me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. It's through the ages. But
It's the number one ingredient for writing a song. is
Exactly. Pain. But this is
Not anymore.
Not anymore. This is the latest generation. Who are we looking at? Gen
Z.
This is
And they love it.
They love it because it's like this is their yes. This is like the thing that they're looking for is, oh yeah, I can
It's
actually.
an affirmation, isn't it?
It's an affirmation. I can actually ask for what I need. Like my sense of self does not have to rely on having someone else. And if I'm going to choose to be with someone else, they damn well better be secure in their attachment style and not leave me hanging, just give me basic respect, and just text me back without triggering my nervous system. don't
Or DM me without DMing with a dick pic. Like, you know.
right, because
So I'm sure that still happens. Like,
that's not intimacy.
no,
That's not intimacy.
that's-
This is what is saying. I want this. This song is saying I want emotional intimacy. I want emotional safety to be greater than the spark. You know.
Yeah.
I want to say goodbye to the chaos, and you know, chasing that dopamine high. We're not interested anymore in passion. You know. Like
Well, fake love.
Fake
Well,
love, yeah, dysregulating our nervous systems.
Yeah.
She's choosing a regulated connection.
But you know what it also is, though, Mo? Is
What is that, AJ? What is it?
I think they're also this generation is also breaking. You know, they're saying, well, no, we don't want a repeat of previous generations. Like, they're actually saying, like, let's like break the norm.
Yeah.
And
let's be better.
Yeah. You know, like as a kid, you're like, oh, I'll never be like my parents. And then sometimes you end up being like your parents.
No, you open your mouth and your mother comes out is what happens to me.
Yeah. So I think this is that on a wider scale.
Yeah, exactly. This is like, I'm trying to break the cycle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose, you know, a regulated, safe connection. And I want warmth, steadiness, predictability, which are things that potentially lots of people didn't have in their childhoods, right? Yeah. This generation has, you know, if they haven't directly been in therapy, there's been a lot of literature written. There's been a lot of shows made about working on your shit, working on your stuff that keeps coming up. And, you know, this roller coaster relationships ain't it for this generation. You know, it's like, I think Olivia Dean has sort of, in this song, is saying, if you trigger me, if you raise my cortisol levels, if you make me flood, then I'm blocking you, right? Yeah. And all the kinds of behaviors that could make one flood, you know, or make one emotionally dysregulated are being withheld from. Being kept on an intermittent reinforcement schedule, which is like never knowing when the attention is going to come to you. It's also, I suppose, when things are unpredictable, right? So this is like saying, I'm not going to get addicted to chaos. I'm just going to block you if you make me feel this way. Yeah, so this song would absolutely ghost and kick to the curb your emotionally unavailable ex. This is what this song would do. Like, GTFO. Get the fuck out.
That's it. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that the man I need is a man who completes me, because no, she's not saying that. She's not saying I don't. I think she's saying, I actually don't need to outsource my identity to someone. I know who I am. I don't need you to complete me. This is like, I want you to, you know, to be compatible with me, to connect with me and go through life with me. I don't want you to rescue me. I don't want you to be the missing piece. I want you to be the optional extra.
Just to ride alongside me. Yeah. It's like, right, like, let's go at the same pace, right alongside me. Life is a highway.
Correct.
I want to ride it all night long.
Right. Ride beside me, you know, as an optional extra, enhance my experience. But I don't need you if I don't have you. It would be great to have. You know, I want to be interdependent with you, not codependent. You know, we're not going to like be so enmeshed that
we're not going to be joined at the hip, you know.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Why can't I come with you?
Right. We're not going to be joined at the hip, and we're not going and if they go, and who are they talking to? And we're going to feel pretty regulated about that because we trust them. Right? But this song is saying, I don't want you to disrupt my wholeness or my completeness. You're just an optional extra, not just an optional extra.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds a bit hard.
No, you're an optional
you're just
extra.
You're just an add-on.
No.
You're like a chihuahua in a handbag. You're just an accessory.
You're not just an accessory. Like, I long to be connected, but that connection has to be safe, predictable, comfortable.
It's a two-way street.
She's saying in the lyrics, like, just get on the same page with me. Like, just, don't make me, what does she say? I'd like to think you feel the same way, but I can't tell with you sometimes. So, baby, let's get on the same page. Stop making me read between the lines. She's saying, you're skating on thin ice there, pal. If this keeps up... She's like, I'm going to name it. There's an unpredictability here.
Name and shame it.
Yeah, there's an instability here. I need you to talk to me. And that's repeated. That's a refrain of the song. Talk to me. It's like, communicate with me. Tell me what's going on for you. Don't just ghost me and like retreat from me when you're feeling some kind of way. Let me hold you and contain you in that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable with me. Don't retreat from me. So, yeah, she's saying, talk to me. Mm-hmm.
So is the old saying opposites attract, like, is that like a dead saying now? Because they say, opposites attract.
Yeah.
You gotta get someone that's completely different to you and the complete opposite. So you can bounce off each other and mirror. Like you don't want to be a complete mirror of someone.
I think when obviously your interests and your ideals may differ a little bit. I think when we're talking about opposites, if we're talking about attachment, in attachment, we often find that there is an opposite attraction that does happen between people who have avoidant attachment, which is like avoidant attachment is that idea that, love is unpredictable, and when it becomes unpredictable, I'll retreat and I'm going to, convince myself that I don't really need love. That's avoidant. Or, when there's also anxious attachment, which is where when love is unpredictable, people become very anxious. There's a lot of checking and rechecking. Are you okay? Relying on
paranoia.
A little bit of paranoia, lots of worry.
What's wrong?
What's wrong? Yeah.
What's wrong?
There's a lot of
Nothing's
that.
Wrong. There is. Just tell me what's wrong.
Just tell me what's wrong. I'll make it better. I'll make it better so you don't leave me.
I'll fix you.
I'll fix it. I'll fix you. I'll fix it. It's over explaining. It's pleading. It's.
Why won't you tell me?
Why won't you tell me? And that can feel a lot for someone who's got avoidant attachment. People with avoidant attachment have learnt that love is unreliable, and the only person that I can rely on is myself. So I'll retreat. Do you know what I mean? So that's sort of what happens, and so. We are, particularly in couples therapy, because I do couples therapy as well, I see this avoidant anxious dance. The more anxious one party becomes, the more sort of demanding they become, and they're checking and rechecking, and, the trust feels like it's eroded, and then the avoidant person pulls away because that feels... too invasive, too penetrating of their psyche, and it also feels like it's unsafe. So, if you're talking about opposites, yes, we do see opposite attachment styles attracting, whereas a secure attachment is like, where you sort of there's not much relational ambiguity. People feel very safe with each other, to be vulnerable with each other. They're emotionally intimate. They're able to have deep conversations where they get to the deeper ideal or dream about what they're having a conflict about, like where the old trauma sits. They feel very safe in letting their partners hold their vulnerabilities. They trust that when the chips are down, that their partner will be there for them. So that's a secure attachment, and that's what Olivia Dean is asking for, because her generation, it is a new era of romantic maturity. Like, and we talked about it a little bit earlier. There's a broad cultural shift in this generation, isn't there? Where emotional intelligence is really sexy. Like that's emotional intelligence is, like, yeah, really attractive, very
Yeah, right.
attractive. And,
I would fail in that department then.
oh, don't sell yourself short,
I have to rely on. Lucky I'm not of that generation, because I would fail.
No, well, I think Sideline Sally thinks you're all right, and we've had discussions. You're a deep, insightful dude, but that's okay. If that's your insecurity, you can sit with that, mate. It's not my job to fix it.
No, that's right.
Unless you're paying me. Which you're not in therapy with me, but
no.
If
We're therapizing we're helping
the song,
that's right. and the listeners,
and the listeners.
It's not, you're not listening to me having a therapy session. Where you're listening to us give you the therapy session.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. And yes, so what Olivia Dean is saying is, like, if you're a securely attached guy and you're able to be vulnerable and open, and if things get hard, you don't retreat and withhold and withdraw from me, then you are a sexy mofo. But also culturally and generationally, for Gen Z women, they are less willing to emotionally parent partners. They're not standing for it. If you're emotionally immature, go do the work. We're not doing it for you. Whereas our generation, our parents' generation, my grandfather didn't even know how to get money out of the bank. Right?
Yeah, right.
Because his wife did everything for him.
Yeah.
Right? So,
because men did manly things and women did women things, and they didn't intercross with each other.
Yeah. I mean, look, he could fix the shed if the roof had blown off, but he couldn't. And he couldn't. And their relationship, they could never talk about, the hard things. I mean, no disrespect to my grandfather, but this generation is like, I want softness. This is. I think this is coming from a place of women who are really burnt out from doing all of the emotional labor, and they're like, "Man, you got to step up, and you can't be toxic if you're going to keep me on an intermittent reinforcement schedule. If you're going to withhold from me, if you're only going to show up on Tuesdays at 10 p.m. for sexy times, you can fuck off, because what I'm after is, an emotionally intimate and fulfilling relationship. Previous generations were love hurts, not this one. Actually, love doesn't have to hurt. This generation, and particularly in this Olivia Dean song, she's saying, actually, love should be emotionally stable. Love should actually be a place.
It should be an art form.
It should be an art form. It should be, and it is an art form. It should be a place where you find refuge. It should be calm and warm and trusting and steady. And, I do couples therapy work, right? And so the model that I use is the Gottman model. So I don't know if we've talked about this before, but...
No.
Okay, well, I'll tell you then.
All right.
So John Gottman is a relational researcher. He's a relationship researcher. They've been doing research since maybe the early 70s. They have videotaped interactions from thousands of couples and done qualitative analysis about what the masters of relationships do and what the disasters of relationships do. And, the masters of relationships... make their relationships thrive when they're consistently turning towards each other when one or the other makes a bid for attention. And that emotional responsiveness is the thing that, is the fertilizer for a relationship. And and I suppose, the Gottman research tells us that, like, responding to emotional bids is not optional. It's not. And romantic relationships of old, they were that way. So,
Yeah.
The Gottmans really talk about how good relationships require constant maintenance, constantly turning towards each other, constant emotional attunement and containment. And Olivia, God bless her, she's just saying, that's what I want. That's my dream. So talk to me. Get on the same page. Let me hold you. Let's be vulnerable together. It's okay. You can be vulnerable. You don't have to run away. I got you. And hey, if I'm having a hard time, you better have me. Don't walk away. Don't walk away. Yeah.
Well, it's like that old saying, it takes two to tango. Tango is a very difficult dance move, and if one partner is not in tune with the other partner, you're going to step on each other's feet. It's going to crash and burn. It's going to hurt. It's not going to look good. It's not going to sound good.
Beautiful metaphor there, AJ.
You need
Correct.
takes two to tango.
Right, and we both need to be meeting each other's bids. We both need to,
know our own roles and our parts for this to dance. Composition to
work and know where it's going wrong and adjust ourselves.
Because every day is you might have one good day, and the next day it might be like, oh, we need to adjust.
Yeah,
that didn't quite work as well as we thought it was going to work out.
Exactly, and we've both got to do the emotional labor.
Yeah,
it's not just it's not women picking up the slack anymore.
No,
women
right.
are saying, listen, if you want to be in this, you've got to be emotionally available to me too. So, and you've got to show up consistently. And I think that the good people of this generation can thank Olivia Dean for this very thoughtful song that was voted
2.1 million.
2.1 million voted to the top of the Triple J Hottest 100 because it resonates. Women are saying, it's not my responsibility to do the emotional labour in relationships anymore. You better meet me halfway, mate. And if you do, I'm going to find that real sexy.
And then we can tango.
That's right. Figuratively.
Metaphorically and
yes.
figuratively.
So thank you for this little gem, Olivia Dean. This is, really great track for emotional self-respect and for emotional boundaries in relationships. I'm here for it. Well done. I think she's done a great job. Golf clap for Olivia. Golf clap. And if you're listening, I'm a big fan of it. I think it's got a great message and feminist undertones. Just, I mean, look, it's not just feminist. I think this is basically for anyone in a relationship, women.
It doesn't have to be a male or female relationship. It's
women, men, our trans, non-binary friends, anyone in a relationship, anyone relating needs to know that
100%.
that we've both got to share the emotional load. We've got to show up for each other. So,
That's right.
So there endeth the lesson, AJ. How about that?
Endeth the lessoneth.
Thank you very much for joining me in that analysis. I know. It was so interesting before we started this episode. You're like, I don't even really know what we're going to talk about. And I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'll take you on this journey. Don't worry.
Yeah, get on board.
I'll give you things to throw at. We'll make a stick to the wall.
Correct. And I think we did. So we will sign off here. And until next time, keep on keeping on, and we'll think of a hot new track.
I was going to say, should we do Elton John next week? Because we've brought him up.
Yeah, we have.
Is it time? Is it time to do Elton?
Yeah, and you can choose the track because I know he's one of your faves. So I will do whatever Elton you throw at me. But I will have one rule about that. Right. Nothing too obvious, like I'm Still Standing. Yeah, okay, that's not metaphorical. We want something deep, something that's kind of
like a deep track of Elton's.
a deep Elton track, and it also can't be Daniel either because that.
Oh no, like
Yeah.
and Rocket Man,
Yeah.
Tiny Dancer, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Elton, they're just,
Yeah.
and only for the fact that they've been overplayed so
Yes,
much.
correct. Yes, that's right.
And as much as I'd love to do Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, we won't do that either.
Why?
Well, it's too obvious.
Oh, not really. I mean, what is it? Wizard of Oz metaphor? Something like
It is Wizard of Oz metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's something deeper about that. Maybe you and I will take it offline and we'll have a good
Yeah.
chat about it.
Maybe we'll put it to the polls. Which Elton John song do you want?
Yeah, which Elton John song? And one of our 6 listeners, maybe
Tell us.
one of our 4 listeners, because 2 of them skipped the episode this week.
Yeah.
Can let us know which Elton John song that they like. And if we don't hear from anyone, well, then we'll choose. And you've
We'll
missed
choose
out.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, until next time, AJ, you take good care.
I will. You too.
All right. See you next time.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.
Sitting down, we're talking out. Breaking it down, talks on the couch. Music and minds will figure it out. Laughing and learning what it's all about. On the couch.
Thanks for tuning in to Songs on the Couch. We hope you enjoyed putting today's song under the microscope with us.
And hey, the conversation doesn't have to end here. Join us over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search Songs on the Couch, where we're sharing behind-the-scene clips, more fun music insights, and of course, chatting with you all.
And if you're an artist, musician, psychologist, counsellor, psychotherapist, or you know someone who'd love to sit on the couch with us, have your management reach out. We'd love to hear from you at hello@songsonthecouch.com.
Follow us, subscribe, and let's keep rocking out together. Catch you next time on Songs on the Couch.